Rusty, I gotta say I'm pretty disappointed in your review, bud. But hey, that's what you want me to take on and feel, eh? And the disappointment is honestly the stupidity that you say. Might do a review of the review just to make points and maybe send it to Mike 12 Point, and he can do me a favor when he watches the review of the review. Hey, if you had to live on an earth with certain kinds of individuals, which one would you take? Like, this is only after I get to take my points on Rusty, right? Because I think, him telling me to adjust and be what you guys want me to be, and then things will go all right, and I'll get along further along in life. Well, why would I take advice from people I think is losers? Isn't it your boy Upchurch who tells you to be authentic, be yourself, regardless of the odds? Smash it, throw it in their face. See, here's the deal, bud. You can go back and say I'm all sorts of crazy and I'm twitching and I'm doing whatever. I've done it in the past, I told you. Not having someone to talk to was driving me insane. All in the whole time I knew what reality was. But I kept asking questions and I kept getting pushed away. So that's why people are going crazy. That's what I believe. There's no one to talk to. You know why? Because you're all caught up on this WEF stuff, right? So the pharmaceutical business might be a sham. And it might also have another purpose. See, here's the deal. You can't realize things are wrong until you get some sort of trauma. And then you have to realize what's wrong. So trauma will trigger a spiritual awakening. So what it does, I believe, is it cracks your head open. And you start thinking outside of the box. And you start thinking about all these possibilities. So you start at the far end of the spectrum and you work your way down to what you think your reality is. But here's the problem, my spiritual awakening. I've learned a lot. Like a lot. Rusty, you're right. I've got a lot of trauma. A lot. I've told you my story about the workplace, all of that. That could end up being any one of you individuals. See, and the thing is they teach you guys to be quiet and not fight back. And I fought back the whole time, and I caused myself more trauma after trauma after trauma. But it kept building me and making me stronger. Because one day, I'm going to turn all this trauma into karma. Regardless of what you guys say or how you want me to say it. I'll say it authentically. Thank you. I'm not part of your pack. I'm a lone wolf. But I'll start a pack with a bunch of lone wolves. How dangerous would that fucking pack be? Do you know how stupid you sound to me? I know you sound smart to all your friends. Little Wade, you make sure that you want to talk about circles. You make sure Wade never has to answer for anything. But you'll sit there and say what an honorable, good duty is over and over and over again. You'll pump that into people's heads. Never answering my questions. Like, do I even have to go into little me? Like, little me, I know. You're my victim. You keep feeling like that. You hold that tight in your heart, bud. Because when the trauma comes karma, I feel sorry for you, bro. I do. I really do. It's like I keep saying, I know I act like a fool about Upchurch before because I was asking questions because I had fucking weird shit going on in my head. And you guys all fucking treated me like a piece of shit. And then when I fight back, you're the victims. It's crazy how this world works. But anyways, like I've said, Upchurch is not my idol. It's not the chosen idol for me. I don't even know if he is a chosen one. But I've said that I think he's a good man. And that I think that he would stand out and fucking say that there's something wrong with the record industry and exactly what's wrong with it. And fucking all the time he could stand up for kids and we could be the men that we talk about. See? I don't know how else to explain this shit to you guys. Did you know that in the Native heritage, the bipolar people and the schizophrenics and all of that, they had certain people to help these people because they were believed to be the chosen ones? Because if they could help them, they could figure out what their path and journey was to help all of the nations. I think it goes something like that anyways. They were supposed to be the chosen ones, so what better way than to, medicate for something like that to happen? Any sense of trauma, don't let them work through it. Put them on a pill and let's sidestep the issues that we should so we never really deal with their trauma. Because like I've said, Rusty, I'm here to tell my story. I know I shoot off in all different directions all the time. I know that, bud. That's what I've been telling you. I need someone to talk to keep me in line so I can tell my story. Because my head doesn't work like your guys's do. I'm not stuck on a singular path because someone has programmed me to be like that. I programmed myself. Anyways, part of my story is the whole psychiatric division. Because like you tell me where it's fair. That before my spiritual awakening, before any weird shit, I wanted to kill myself. Because my workplace made me feel worthless. And I tried to defend myself. And my friends didn't back me. That knew that I wasn't lying. And I could prove it. But I have nowhere to go to talk to do anything. So they put me in the hospital, Rusty. Well, I put myself in. I let them get to me. Well, I'm not their victim. I did that. See, I make mistakes all the time, Rusty. Anyways. So then I start getting better. I start fighting back and I start getting letters that I'm not allowed to talk to people about what happened. I'm not, it's like I'm getting bombarded with shit from work. They're still fucking with me. So of course, me being me, I start doing a lot of marijuana. I start fighting back. I start telling company secrets on Facebook because I ain't got an NDA, because I wouldn't fucking sell myself for nothing, because they tried to trap me into one. Well, let me tell you. So I start fighting back, and then all of a sudden the police are at my door taking me away to the hospital. My psychiatrist doesn't talk to me, bud. I have this recorded, but no one's ever asked to hear it or anything. But it's the truth. Just like I don't delete anything. That's the truth. So what they did is they called my doctor, because who else would have my doctor's number, right? My work flight. So he got all of us a hospital, and they brought me in, and they didn't talk to me about what was going on, which I have the recording, and they locked me up. The same people who had me convinced that I should kill myself now have me locked up in a mental institution. So let me tell you what happened. Like, this is a big, long story. There's so many things that show you corruption. So when I'm in there, and you know they record everything, so I wish free documents of freedom or whatever, maybe I could get this. There was a conversation that took place between the owner of Marwood and myself. And he gave me this song and dance like he was coming to see me. And like, why? How did he even know? Like, so you know what I mean? It was obviously them. But then he offers me a deal, a sweet deal. He'll pay me for a year's worth of work at good money, and he'll give me a job at another company because he knows what a smart individual I am. But not smart enough to know when someone's fucking you and they won't give you an investigation. Does that sound right, Rusty? If you write on your paperwork, due to work, shouldn't there be an investigation? Just saying. You want to tell me where I'm insane in the membrane there? So let me tell you, when you go in the mental hospital and then you're still fucking, when they let you out, you're still taking more marijuana because no one will talk to you. So your delusions are getting, and then you fucking get in your head. I'm like, well. But anyways, never fucking hurt anybody. Always knew what fucking reality was. Always knew that maybe I was in a spiritual dimension living in my head. But I also knew my reality. That's why I think this was a spiritual thing. Like, you know what I mean? It's the workplace. And then I got this, it's documented for 3 years, boys. I'm doing a fucking movie. Life is like a movie, Rusty. That's what I believe. If you want to be recasted, don't be a fucking reject. Get with God. Don't be a douchebag. Being with God doesn't mean being fucking... No, it's hard fucking work, man. You gotta have a dream first. You gotta get yourself into the spirit of that dream. And then you gotta hit the truth of it. And then when you succeed, you get the love. You guys have no idea when I'm even talking. This is like spiritual shit. Brought to you by the ordinary man. Like, who did you think God would send? Like, he trained me. He trained me to see who you people are and what you're capable of doing to each other. But you don't want to listen to me because if I'm right, you're all fucked. You think it's so easy just to realize you're fucked and just, okay, I'm sorry, I'll never, well, fuck, no, there's a process. Let me tell you, sweetheart, she ain't fun. Repentance is not a good time. If it's anything like my spiritual awakening, not good. Dealing with people like you guys who, let me take it to the other channels and stop talking about what we know is going on, and we're just allowing it, and we're telling you to shut the up because we got 6 hours of Dagburn to worry about. Like, you couldn't, hey, you don't even have to be a man on there. I mean, you can use your brain to figure shit out, to spread the word. You're telling me everybody knows. Well, there's got to be some real men out there, Rusty. I mean, they can't be all like you fucking creek squatters. Bunch of lying fucking fucks. And then you got people like Mama Jen all convinced that you're fucking sweet and gentle and you're nothing but truthful because that's the way you present yourself, because you know that's the way she wants you to present herself. You see what I mean? You're fake as fuck. All of yous. God told me. I'm like, I know you guys think this is retarded. And God told you. He told me. Don't hold back no more. Give them the truth. Tell them the truth. Try and be as kind as you can. Or until they get their fucking lessons right. See, because here's the deal. I'm almost sick and tired of this. Running around with you guys and you guys lie about me and make up your own shit and thinking you're better than Dagburn. You go to the same place. Wouldn't you want to fucking get away from them? Like, isn't that enough to influence you to take a look at yourselves and see maybe you're pussies and you should be standing up and at least saying, hey, is there something we can do about Klaus? Like, show of hands, who voted for Klaus? Didn't know he was an option. You guys think I'm the idiot? Oh my goodness. Maybe I'll tag Mike 12 Point in this one too. He can tell me what a loser I am. Because I thought your guys' idol was a good man. Like I said, this has never been about fucking getting money or subs or whatever the fuck it is. It's about spreading a word. And I know that my past, I haven't looked so good. But it was a process. But nobody believes that. Because there's only 144,000 that have went through it. And I thought maybe Ryan was a chosen one. I thought he fucking has had a little trauma. His songs are a little spiritual. Don't know. Isn't that why he's playing his whole life out there for everybody to see? And then you tell me to ignore it, but you're allowed to deal with it. You're not the good man you think you are, Rusty. I don't give a fuck what you say. You look at yourself honestly, you'll see it. I know you doubt yourself. I know you do. I've already planted the seeds. It's magic, Rusty. It's going to be magic. Sooner or later. Those flowers are going to bloom inside of the little people's heads. And it's going to be beautiful. But some of them won't get enough light, I don't think. But we can't worry about those. That's their choice. You know what I'm saying? But you guys keep telling yourself I'm not a godly man, and I'll keep showing and telling you where I am. And you got nothing but crazy. You fucking try and Tony Dodge me. And you're not Tony dodging me. I might go somewhere else, start doing something different. But my story's been told on YouTube about you people. I'll go find my people. I'll show them my story. And then Upchurch will have to answer about Creek Squad then. Just saying, there's no quit in me, boys. Sooner or later, I'll go somewhere else. Someone will listen. And then if they can tell me I'm crazy after they've listened to the story, then I guess I'll come back and tell you guys I'm sorry. But for what? I don't know. Because I'll still think you're cowards because there's a shitty future coming. You want me to act the way you want me to act, and I refuse, and you're real and I'm fake. Listen, in this awakening, anybody who thinks they know God or thinks they know what God is anyways is probably in trouble. That's what I'm saying. If they're in a box and they have this strict belief, and I'm not, you know, I mean, anyways, guys, don't worry. You think you guys are gonna take on some embarrassment? Wait till I get to Kenneth Copeland. That's where I'll make my money with my hard work. I've been writing a book for him for a while. It's going to make me a lot of money. And I'm going to give it all to my friends who want to help. But that's only if I can convince Kenneth the book's worth buying. But who knows? This is where it gets crazy. I know I add this fucking shit. I'm all over the place, Rusty. I don't want a rusty brain like yours. I don't want it lubed up and thinking anything could possibly be happening. So why not explore all the options before I limit myself? You get the wisdom coming out of my lips. You don't get it. You guys are losers.